Hi guys, welcome to a process video on my channel. I'm using these two photos of my kids and I while we were apple picking recently. This is an old My Creative scrapbook kit with an Imaginess line, Echo Park's The Story of Fall, and chipboard stickers from Cartabella's A Perfect Autumn. After I used this kit to make this layout, I did incorporate these items into my stash rather than leaving it as just a kit because I had other things from this line. So since it was apple picking, I thought I might cut those apples out, but I end up not doing that. I end up using a busy enough piece of paper that I didn't need so many embellishments. I am using a sketch for this layout. It was from the Hip Kit Club member forum. I don't subscribe to Hip Kit Club, but you can join their forum and use their inspiration and participate in some of their challenges without having the kit. I really liked this sketch. It was perfect. There it is for some 3x4 photos. And this paper with the banners and flowers. Normally I wouldn't use this paper, but with that sketch having the embellishments to the sides of each photo, it worked perfectly. So I'm going to use some of the Imaginess items to back my layout. I got some adhesive on my photo, and I do end up using a chipboard piece to cover that up so you can't tell. The other thing I'm finding, this is a little tip, if you use Scrap Perfect's Embelly Jelly, it will take adhesive or wet glue off without leaving any residue. I'm finding that especially helpful when I'm using my wet glue and say a little, you put a little too much on and it leaks out the sides. That Embelly Jelly will take it right off. And I've been on the design team about 6 months now, and I'm still using my first piece of the Embelly Jelly, so it goes really far. So you can see this video isn't sped up overly a lot. I think I sped it up 2 times. This layout did not take me very long because of those items in the corner. They really worked for me when, embellishing. Because for me, the hardest part of a layout is the embellishment. I always hem and haw about where do I put this, and is this too much, and is this the right spot? So not having a whole lot to fill there made this layout super, super quick. So I'm just backing my photos, like I said, with a few bits of paper. I liked not backing them completely square. Like the first one is completely square around the photo, but then the second one, I only do half the photo. It gives a little bit of interest without making it, for me, too boxy. And I thought about not making them mirror each other, face each other, but for me, it looked the best design-wise. So I'll tell you about the photos. I said we were apple picking. We decided on a new place this year. We normally go to a place that's, maybe 35 minutes from the house, but it has gotten overly commercial. The kids can't just, pick apples and play anymore. The play area costs $15.99, I think it was, at a minimum, and that only lets you do a few activities. If you wanted to do all the activities, it was something like $29.99. Our daughter would have been free, but we would have had to pay for our son, and then they also now make you pay to watch the kids. So we tried somewhere new, that was just apple picking and hayride and more farm oriented, and they had just as great of a time as they did when they had all those extra activities. So We really wish we could get photos of Michael and Julia together, but she's at a stage where she, excuse me, will not sit for photos. Um, the best you're going to get out of her is a selfie, because then she finds it really funny that she can see herself. So that's why you have a picture of me with one and with the other instead of all of us together. And I do have a picture of all of us, a selfie type picture, that I will scrap just for the memory. So here I start thinking about some embellishments and maybe, my title. I was thinking of, using that thankful as my title, but it just didn't work, and it left the upper right hand corner for me too bare. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put my title up there. And I end up not using the doily with under the picture of my daughter and I, but I do use the one on the left hand side. These are the 6-inch round Cambridge doilies from Amazon that you get in a pack of 1,000. I have used quite a bit, considering I have a boy, and I still haven't even made a dent. So if you can find someone to split those with, that would be a great idea. So the only thing I don't like about them is I do have to take out all the little pieces every time I use one. And I find those pieces all over, no matter how much I vacuum or clean up my desk. So I thought that side just needed something under the photo. And this was the perfect thing. It was soft, but it wasn't, overly girly. So that's what ends up going there. Just trimming down the doily. Normally I would save little pieces like that, but with 1,000 of these, I don't really find that necessary. I don't know that I'll ever go through a box of 1,000. So then I'm starting to use the chipboard, and I thought, okay, I'll do, fall as my title. I ended up not liking it. I set it there. I played with it a while. I left it there. I did some other things. I end up not liking it and taking it off. So you can see me try to put my trimmer down there. My Heidi swap mat I have had for 4 months now. I love it because it's easy to clean up, but it still has the bend in it from when it was rolled in the package. And I find that, it lifts my layouts up, and it annoys me while I'm working. And yes, I have put a book on there and left it for, I purposely put it under a book for like a week. Still no go, still has that bend in it. So you see me using my Perfect Crafting pouch to take the sticky off of the chipboard elements and the any stickers that I use. I prefer that over my American Crafts one. And not just because I'm on the design team for that, the Scrap Perfect company, but I did a test one time of using my other one and the Scrap Perfect. I took stickers from the same manufacturer so that one couldn't be said to be more sticky or less sticky, and I used it's the one where you can refill the pouch, the container, and it has like a brush at the end. And I had to do that, I'd say 4 times before it was even remotely not sticky. Where my Perfect Crafting pouch, it's a once and done. I use it, on the sticker once and it's good to go. It also doesn't get everywhere like that dust with the paintbrush does. So now I'm adding just the few embellishments that I decided to use. I do move them. The tree stays where it is, but the orange chipboard piece does get moved. Yep, that's where it ends up. And it does stay there. And then since you could see so much sky in the photos, I do end up wanting something where our son's head is, and I put a chipboard piece over that that says, "Such a perfect day." I wanted the tree because we were, picking apples off a tree, but I wasn't sure where I wanted it. It does end up going back to our son's photo. That little piece that I put on the left of the photo of Julia and I says, "It's fall, y'all." And then I used that apple since we were apple picking. And then here's what I did for my title. I just continued the banner using the word autumn. And that's it, guys. Once I get this down, the layout was finished. It only took me about 25 minutes to get it done, and I really like how it came out. So if you have any questions about my process or the products or pretty much anything, let me know. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to see what you're creating. And I'd love it if you'd hit the thumbs up button and if you'd subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.